Said I'd spilled the wine too many times. That I'd be a better sacrifice than slave.
You are in Navarra, sir. There are no slaves on our soil. Please remain here. After we've seen to the rest of the Venatori, I'll send for someone to escort you above.
Oh, all right.
He's like, wow, that sounds pretty good. Except for, you know, this place looking like hell.
That man down.
The Watchers will shelter him. We'll inquire if he has any family in Minrathous. As for the Venatori, what remains of them will be put to work.
Will be put to work. He's like, yo, I'm gonna make their skeletons work in the mines. Their bones yearn for the mines. That is a threat only he can make. Your bones yearn for the mines.
Right.
Oh, this contraption is a lot larger when you get up here to a higher level and get a closer look at it.
There's one chain.
Excellent.
Ultimate full. Oh, that's what that was. It recharged the other.
Yes!
Come on, but save the living.
You know, you guys are pretty lined up right now. Thanks, buddy.
Nice move!
Nice moves.
Got it.
I don't know what Quietus does. I mean, just from the name, it makes me think of like Silence from other games. Like maybe the target can't use spells or abilities. But I'm not positive that that's what it is.
That's the last chain.
We must return to the lower level to ring the bell.
Return to the lower level. Can I just hop down? Okay. Now what?
Be ready. The ritual to wake the bell will draw Despair's attention.
Okay.
And any more Venatori?
I'll need you to keep them occupied while I work.
There's the Venatori.
The gods will take you!
You guys notice that when I start hitting a target, the lightning will like start striking that target to assist me? It's an interesting little bit of AI.
Slowly awakening, but we must fight a little harder.
Watch your
Ah, that is not good. I like how this guy asked me to cover him, and I proceed to do the worst possible job at that task. There it is. That's what I've been trying to do. Just cook the mage. Oh!
That's a rage demon.
What? Oh my gosh! That guy's got the zoomies, don't he?
Emmerich, now what?
Now, the grand shows itself.
That was overkill and a half.
The spare demon's vanished.
Yeah, because I cooked it.
Impressive.
Thank you. But come, let's ensure these cultists didn't leave anything dangerous behind. I'll ask our attendants to gather their bodies later, of course.
Of course. Recycling. Nice. Upgrade in every way. Alright. Where do we go?
This is a severed hand.
It can't be. A hand of glory?
Oh,
the
a glory
Venatori
hand.
should never have this. I must find out where it came from.
Mug, how's it feel to be Ellie main now? Well, I've only got 3 buttons, so it's kind of like a low intensity Ellie. The moves are flashier though.
Let me know when you'd like to return to the chambers above.
Yeah, let's go. I already got the loot.
Let's get back to the lighthouse.
You can tell me why you've sought out a Fade expert on the way?
I know it's a lot, but I swear we've seen the blighted elven gods ourselves.
It would explain recent Oniric disruptions.
At the least, the implications of what Rook's witnessed are... Ah, thank you, Manfred.
He's got like a dead butler. I think this is like a spooky option.
Adorable. Is your assistant wearing the old Watcher livery?
Manfred sewed it himself. Eventually.
You spoke of danger to the Fade.
The elven gods plan to tear it wide open to get to the blight. I don't have to tell you the consequences. We need another necromancer. A Fade expert.
Many Watchers never depart Navara. But with events so dire...
I'd be delighted to assist.
It has been many years since you left us.
Well, yes, but
I hope
elven
Manfred fights in
gods,
combat.
Ancient magics. I couldn't bear miss this. Besides, I've spent my life exploring the Fade and speaking to spirits. If Rook needs an expert, none are better qualified than I.
Promise you'll bring Manfred.
Only if your assistant's coming.
Manfred? But of course.
Welcome aboard.
Wonderful. I'll gather my things. Come, Manfred.
Excited hiss.
The Grand Necropolis was at peace again, and Emmerich was off to a new adventure. But in Navara, nothing stays down for long. The Venatori had unearthed something no one should have, and delivered it to the worst possible person.
Manfred. Oh no, wait,
Emmeric's
someone else.
journey would soon bring him face to face with the gloaming lantern.
Now, I actually had a hunch that the Necromancer... I want to turn your guys' attention to this. See this? The art on Steam? Okay? There's a bunch of undead, or darkspawn, I guess, coming toward the group, right? But right here, there's this guy, and I now know that's Manfred, and he's holding back. See, he's facing away from the party. He's just like, no, stop it. He's just like pushing on two of the darkspawn and holding them back. So I was like, oh, this guy might actually get a pet. Because like this artwork made me think he might actually get a pet. And now I know that that's Manfred right now. Okay. Who wants to chat, if anyone? That guy wants to talk. Where is... How do I get to him? This? No. How do I reach him? This looks spooky. Is this his room?
A third edition of the Unnameable Elements? I didn't even know it had editions.
Oh, it's much improved with the index. Please, borrow it if you'd like.
I'd love to. Oh, Rook, you probably wanted to say hi. Thanks, Professor.
You look moved in?
Just a few essentials. Manfred was a great help with the boxes.
Ah!
What a
I love
fascinating
him.
place this lighthouse is. What do you make of it?
Flirt, right away, flirt. Ah.
Early on, it mostly felt empty. But it's gotten more homey with each new person.
For all its grandeur, the lighthouse does seem meant for company.
Did you get the tour yet?
Oh, I've been exploring, but I noticed a few of the others taken aback by Manfred, and I overheard remarks about my skulls. My necromancy won't cause any undue worry, will it?
So this implies I have necromancy.
No one's afraid of my necromancy.
Oh, that's a relief.
Do I have any?
Our art is so easily vilified.
That's life outside Navarra. You'll win them over.
Impatient hissing.
Please excuse me. Manfred and I should finish our inventory. Thank you for stopping by.
Yo, if Imric leaves, I want to keep Manfred in the party. You are a Necropolis Watcher. Yeah, but it's like never actually come up. Like I don't actually have the power to do necromancy in combat. Oh wait, he's got something else.
By the way, Rook, before I left, Myrna and Veilguard asked if we could assist with an outbreak of hauntings across Thedas. They also mentioned displaced wisps in the necropolis. I'm not sure what's frightened them, but it bears investigation.
A watcher's work is never done.
How true. I'll send word the necropolis should expect us.
Okay. Well, now we know where his room is. New exploration level unlocked, Necropolis Halls. A new exploration level is available. Return to this location via the world map or through the crossroads Alluvion to explore and complete additional quests. By the way, headset or earbuds? I am using earbuds. If you do !PC in my either of my chats, Master Chief, you'll get a link to a webpage that has all my hardware if you wish to see what I'm using. Yeah, I've just got like these. I actually have used headsets, like over-the-top headsets, just like standard ones for most of my life, and I like them. I was using Corsair the last few years, and they were super comfy, and I was very happy with them. However, because now I get to do this, my dream job, every day, and I was streaming 55 hours a week, and basically for my work and also for my hobbies when I wasn't working, I had a headset on, and the pressure on my head, I am prone to getting migraines from time to time, and it was making that a recurring problem. So I swapped, not because they were not super comfy, like I still recommend Corsair headsets to people, but because it got rid of that problem for me, I swapped to earbuds for that reason.
Rook, I was thinking of taking Hassan for a walk. He could use the exercise. Chance to stretch his wings. Thought you'd like to come along.
Okay, so how to train a griffin. Okay, so Harding has a timer, so I need to talk to her before leaving or I'm gonna miss whatever that is. As I understand it. Wait. Pet. What was that? Clap. Squish, squish. That was a funny pat. That was like the pat when you're roughhousing with your dog that you've had for ages.
Did I see you writing a message to the Inquisition? What's that about?
You know, Varric and I were part of the Inquisition, right? I'm trying to get news about the South. But Charter hasn't replied to any of my messages. I'm trying not to worry about what's happening there, but... No, it's probably fine. Charter's just busy. She's always busy.
Charter? Who's that?
She's the Inquisition's spy master. Well, no. I guess now that the Inquisition answers to the Chantry, that makes her Divine Victoria's spy master.
I haven't heard much about the Inquisition in years.
Oh, that's intentional. When the breach was open, we needed a large group to stop Southern Thedas from falling into chaos. It's changed in the years since. We're a smaller force working underground to keep an eye on things going on in the world.
Why isn't she here? You could use a hand.
Charter entrusted the search for Solus to Varric, to us. The world's large, and she's got many things to deal with.
So how long were you with the Inquisition? 10 years?
Something like that. Why?
You must know the Inquisitor.
Well, yeah, we worked together. I wasn't part of the Inquisitor's inner circle, though. I spent more time with the ordinary people, the ones you didn't hear about.
And the Inquisitor's advisors, what about them?
Of all of them, I'd say Josephine is my favorite. She's lovely.
Josephine mentioned.
She still sends me a box of handmade sweets from Val Royeaux every year on my name day.
Josephine's still alive, confirmed.
But he was always busy. He would have bad days from lyrium withdrawal sometimes. And I would share the tea that my ma sent. He's from Ferelden too. Maybe it reminded him of home.
What about Liliana? I heard she's intense.
I think she likes to cultivate.
Small thing I appreciate. You guys see her face? So at the beginning, it was fine. Then she got hit with that blast. It was really there was like a lot of blotches and burns and stuff. Later, the burns and stuff were reduced in size, and she had stitches on her forehead. Now the stitches are gone, and she has a scar right there. So it's actually gone through 4 states of recovery during the time I've been playing this game. I think that's a nice touch.
That reputation. She's not nearly as terrifying as she sounds. Oh, I passed her in the Great Hall one day, and she suddenly turned and asked me if I wanted a nug.
A nug? Those small pink rodent things? What for?
She loved them and made a hobby of breeding them as pets.
So, did you take the nug?
No! What am I gonna do with a nug?
Yeah, that dates all the way back to Liliana and Origins, liking nugs.
But you did know people from the Inquisitor's inner circle, didn't you?
I knew them, sure, but those early days, all I wanted was to prove myself and not get in anyone's way. Some of them were more approachable than others. Sarah was a puppy with a new toy. 100 new toys. Fun, if you can handle the mess. She was really the only one who could make Rainier, well, Blackwall then, let down his guard. Otherwise, he kept to himself and stuck to the stables. We'd talk when I visited the horses. And there was Cole, of course.
The spirit boy?
Yep. I was just sitting on the walls one day, and he asked if he could join my game.
Like a card game?
Nah, just good old people watching. Must have seemed like a game to him somehow. We'd pick strangers out of the crowd and try to say something about them. Like, ooh, she heard the joke yesterday and she's still trying not to laugh. Or one of Cole's. His eyes remind her of the ones beneath her bed.
Creepy.
Okay, that's just a creepy thing to say.
Cole was like that. Weird, wonderful, and occasionally a little bit creepy.
Wasn't Cole an empath? He must have been great at this game.
Aha, but the rule was you couldn't say anything you actually knew. He got it in the end. I think.
So you didn't ask him if you guessed right?
Well, being right wasn't the point. Making a habit of seeing people was. I think he liked that. It's why you don't miss.
So,
seems like anytime I ask for extra information, she likes that, and I gain reputation
The
with her.
Inquisition hired hundreds, and most of them weren't Magisters or Ben Hasrith or the left hand of the Divine. There were scouts and stable hands, carpenters and cooks.
There's not too many years between the games lore-wise. Well, he just said, how long were you with the Inquisition? She said 10 years. So I don't think Dragon Age Inquisition takes place over a 10-year period. So would that just be 10 years since the end of Inquisition? Additionally, we know that Varric hired Rook to join their team like 1 year ago. So Varric and Rook have been working together for about a year.
Quartermasters, even 2 dedicated pastry chefs. Most of them volunteered, like me. We wanted to help in whatever small way we could.
I'm sure those pastries were a great help.
My ma likes to say that sometimes the pie is for eating, and sometimes it's for crying into. Doesn't even need to be pie. Rector liked cake, and Faulkner loved soup. But food was always a comfort.
Rector? Faulkner?
Liliana gave all her agents pseudonyms.
Right, like Charter.
Well, Charter's Charter, but when the other 2 and I were together, we were just Lace, Wilbur, and Katya.
Inquisition ended on a crazy cliffhanger / sequel bait, right? Is this game continuing that? Yes, so Mitrin, the Inquisition DLC ends with Solus, or the guy you knew as Solus. You know, you find out that he is basically an ancient elven god, and you're chasing him, and he's on the run. And you're chasing him, and you're playing the Inquisitor, and the Inquisitor has that weird, like, tear, the reality tear in his hand, and he can use it to close rifts that he finds, but it's killing him. So at the end of Inquisition, you finally catch up to Solos, and you have a talk, like a heart-to-heart talk for a while, and he's like, I'm gonna do this, and you can basically say, like, we're gonna try to stop you, or, you know, we there's nothing we can do. And then your arm acts up, and he goes, I'm gonna save you, but you're not gonna thank me for it. And he basically casts a spell that, like, petrifies your arm, or like it removes your arm. So the Inquisitor has 1 arm at this point. And then you get a choice at the end whether to disband the Inquisition or have it continue to exist but serve the Chantry. And then at the beginning of this game, you play this guy who's working under Varric, and you guys are catching up to Solus, and you've been chasing him for a long time.
Do you miss it? The Inquisition, I mean.
It's hard to miss an organization. They're only as good as their people, don't you think? But I do miss my friends. We write each other, but it's not the same. And the Inquisition is different from what we've built here. Not better or worse, just different. It's special when you're among people working toward the same goal.
Not everyone. There was Solus. What did you really think of him back then?
Lonely. He always seemed lonely. It's hard not to be when you hold yourself above everyone else.
He might be lonely, but I doubt he cares. He's single-minded. Nothing else matters besides his crusade.
Because it's the only thing he's had. My ma used to say, a caged dog forgets there's grass outside. Anyway, I'm sure something out there's on fire, and here I am rambling about the past. I should let you go. Talk later?
Voldex says, are you even enjoying the game? The convo sounds so bad. I'm enjoying the game. If I wasn't enjoying the game, I wouldn't be playing it. I'm enjoying the game. I will say it's not perfect. A lot of people have some fair criticisms of the game. Like, for example, last year, because we were so excited about the new Dragon Age game, we played every single Dragon Age game last year. It's all recorded on my Mukluk Plays YouTube channel if anyone's interested in seeing it. But we played Origins, 2, and Inquisition and all their DLCs. This one, I don't know if I'm going to do all the side content. I might just do the main story. Definitely going to do the main story. I want to see where the story goes. I've been invested in it for like over 10 years. But I don't know if I'm going to do all the side stuff, because some of the writing is very cringy. But, you know, I'm having a lot of fun with the combat, and the main story is enjoyable because I'm very invested in it. But the other stuff, that's kind of where I'm at. Travel to the Ravane Coast via crossroads or fast travel. Alright, Ravane Coast. Oh wait, there was something I wanted to see first. Hold on. Companions. Imric. Skill points. Final rites. It summons like a skeleton that takes a bow and then explodes. Okay, he has a heal. Ah, I'm sad. He appears to not have any summons. Dang. I went for the skeleton, this guy first, because I wanted to see if he had any combat summons. This does necrotic damage. This does necrotic damage. Slow time. The other lady has that. And this does necrotic damage. And then he's got a heal, which a bunch of people have. Disappointing. Okay. Well, he's boring. Let's see. He's got a Sunstrike. Battle Cry. Drawing the attention of enemies attacking the party. Death from above. Detonates weakened. In war victory. Heroic strike. Applies overwhelm. Okay. Trailer said he's a necro. But yeah, he's like a necromancer in the story, but it seems like all of his attacks are basically just spooky blast. Let's see. Ravane. Here we go. Okay, so we're gonna meet her. She is the lady from... Okay, so this is the last person I haven't met yet. So she's the lady that's from the Twitter scenes. Okay, well, I'm gonna bring Harding, because she's got my preferred emergency heal button. And then we'll meet, what's her name? I think people are actually gonna like the game. Most of the people that are new to Dragon Age, this seems like a reboot for the next generation. Yeah, like, I will say, as someone who just played Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age 2, Dragon Age Inquisition, this is really far away from Origins, right? The writing, definitely a step down, right? The writing is definitely a step down. The game is more linear. There's less freedom to run around.